Welcome to Dreams to Reality TV. My name is Trey. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the time that you guys put in. And yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick talk, you feel me? Because for me, I literally just graduated college like a week ago. So there's been a lot of things that I've been like really reflecting on and like understanding about myself and just understanding just about life. And the number one thing is in this time, really enjoy the people around you and enjoy the spaces that you have where you can feel like you can be yourself. I've really felt comfortable with a lot of the things that have happened in college for me personally, because I met so many great people and so many people with different stories and just wild stories comparative to mine. And that just made me appreciate life that much more. All the people that I met, all the adventures that I went on that probably would have never happened. I probably would have never actually experienced the best things of life or just of people. And just connecting with people genuinely can just show you so much about yourself. In our 20s, we shouldn't stress so much about trying to find the perfect group or the perfect avenue and get these hardworking, in our 20s, we should really focus on enjoying the company around us and also putting in as much attention, energy, focus, whatever it may be, into the people around us. Like the biggest thing is that we should be looking in our 20s to put in more into the world than we are actually taking out. As we're working hard in our careers, as we're going and doing these things like missionary work and stuff like that, like that's super cool, super fascinating. But like the main thing is like if you're putting into your friends, not your fans, we don't got fans right now. But if you're putting, unless you're like famous, but if you're putting into your friends, if you're investing into your family members, if you're going to work, investing into work, and starting to see things like really mature and then produce and like just stuff happening because you're investing your time, your effort, your energy into the people that care about you, you start to see a flourishment in not only like your work and your careers and stuff like that, but in the friends around you. Because like sometimes, yeah, you can have bad groups of friends and bad apples and company and stuff like that people talk about. But what's so beneficial is having those people in your lives and you being the positive outlook for them, not only to change, but to see a different perspective, with their lives. The most realistic aspect of it is that if you really want to see change for your friend, and I'm not saying you should put this on yourself or anything like that, but when you have that time, especially with family members too, when you're investing that care, that time, that attention, that love to them, they'll see it. And if they don't see it in the moment, they'll see it down the line. It's all just happening. It's all happening naturally. And if you just let it be that and you just see it as I'm going to encourage, influence, and just make sure I can help my friend as much as possible, then you will start to see change. And it's not for selfish reasons. Like you don't want to be the person that looks at your friend and like, I brought you out of this situation. No, it's literally you just being the person like, I just want to plant a seed in you because I care so much about you and I want to see you grow. That was one of the things in college that I really grew to understand and know and try as much as possible, is that in every interaction, every relationship that I have, I want to invest as much as I can into this person that I'm spending this time with. Because who knows, this may be the last time that we actually interact. This may be the last time that we see each other. So if I'm investing negative energy into this person that I may never interact with again, or I'm investing negative energy into this person even though they're probably going through something that they're not trying to talk about. But if I'm investing positive energy into that person, reassuring them, like giving them some affirmations, they'll feel so much better about themselves, and you don't know where somebody's at. So that affirmation may be the only positive thing they hear all day. So just try to be more of that type of person, because that's something that I learned while I was in college, especially with my clubs, programs, whatever it may have been. The biggest thing is that when you're a part of a community, you want to be someone who loves what they do, because if you love what you do, you will fit into any community that you're a part of and not only take care of what you need to do, but you'll appreciate the time that you're putting into it. And what I mean by laying the foundation is that you'll appreciate the time that you're laying this foundation for. Like for my wow, that was loud. For myself, I really appreciated going through the physics route, even though like a lot of the times I struggled. I did learn so much from everything that I was a part of. Even with my my biology classes, my chemistry classes, I learned so much. And it allowed for me to take out all the information I was learning and apply it into real world applications and apply it into careers that I potentially want to go into. Personally, I don't know where my career is going to be because I just graduated, and a lot of people do. Good luck to them. Good luck to you if you know what you're going to do. But for me, I learned so much about how I want to like go about my career, how I want to like navigate. Like I want to go into technical work. Like I want to do stuff like that. But what I was saying was that as I was laying the foundation, I was making sure that I was getting the knowledge that I would need and the work ethic that I would need as well. Because when you get into a career, whatever it may be, you're going to have to take steps of being a sponge, learning things, and then also turning it into application. So as you're laying that foundation, you take in the things that you need to, so that when it gets to the point of, okay, now I'm going to apply this to wherever I need to be, you're going to be ready. You're not only are you going to be ready, but you're going to be okay with being patient with the process instead of trying to make the process rush so that it fits your standards or your quotas. Like if you're going to the boss and saying, hey, I want this type of raise because, you know, I'm new, I'm young, and I have this type of, no, you got to just be like, okay, I'm just going to take my time. I'm going to fall in love with this process. I'm going to fall in love with setting this foundation. And my last thing would be understand that failure does not exist right now. Hear me out when I say this. Failure does not exist right now. It's all lessons that you're learning. So when it comes to where you're at in life right now, for me, where I'm at, I learned that a lot of the times when I would set a goal and something wouldn't go through or wouldn't happen in the moment, I would get mad at myself. I would get mad at the people around me. I would find things to kind of blame it on. I would be like, okay, it was because of this external factor. For example, COVID. I would be like, okay, it was because of COVID that I didn't get to where I wanted to get to my sophomore year, which means that everything's a failure, which is further from the truth. All the work that you put in shows progress. The progress that you're making, even if it's just like you running track and you run the same consistent times, yeah, time-wise you may not have improved, but what you're doing is you're getting that consistency down of hitting this certain time. And like it may disappoint you in the moment and you may try to see it as a failure, but what you should see it as progress. Okay, I'm on the level, this step that I'm on. Now you need to assume like, okay, what is the next steps? You need to find out what do you need to do now so that you can reach this next level. Because at the end of the day, you shouldn't see any failed projects or missed assignments, dropping a class as an ultimate failure, because there's so much more that you have an opportunity to do. Yeah, you may have dropped a class, but there's opportunities for you to continue to push through and find other ways so that you can not only get over and overcome whatever hurdle that is, but you can now dominate whatever hurdle that is and find a new path to go so that you can open up a new door. Or doors could just open up because you found and you kept going. So just keep going on the routes, if that makes sense. Because for me, I tore my meniscus in football my senior year. And I was at the point where I was like, okay, I need to find out how can I keep going. And I was doing all this like rehab. I was getting ready for surgery. I was going through like a weird, like little depressed phase because I was like, oh, everything's over. The world's over. My life is just done. I have no value. And I had to get out of that because I realized, okay, actually, no, not my life isn't over. My season isn't a failure. Nothing is truly a failure. All that this means is that now I can pivot into something else and I can take advantage of this new challenge, which was my injury and my rehab. I can take advantage of this new challenge to appreciate life a little bit more and also appreciate the process that is coming this way. And also, people are watching all of your reactions, especially when it comes to rehab. People are always going to pay attention. So in those moments, you have to be so fired up about the process, and not only fired up, but for me, it was like, I love the process that I had to do. And when I came to interacting with people, my love for the process and positive reports made them motivated to continue to do the things that they had to do. And I would turn it into, okay, I'm getting this far, but like, I'm really proud of where you're going as well. And I would like literally flip it onto them as like a reaffirmation for them so that they can feel positive, because I'm showing them that not only am I feeling good in this process, but I really do appreciate this interaction that we have, and I appreciate where you're going. It's like it would be investing into them a challenge that they were asking me about. So I